Good evening and welcome to Sunset News on this Tuesday evening. As always, we bring you news, community stories, economics, weather, sports, and so much more. I am Glenora Shipura. Getting into the news tonight, President Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah has made it clear that she does not like the term work in progress because, in her view, it often means nothing has been done. She made these remarks during the opening of the cabinet this morning. More from our reporter, Jemima Bieges, who gave in this video.
Prime Minister of the Republic of Namibia, Honorable Natango Isete, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Industry, Mines and Energy, Comrade Sophia Nahango Shalingwa, Secretary General of SWAPO Party, Honorable members of the Cabinet and the Executive, senior government officials, members of the media, I welcome you all to the first cabinet meeting of the 8th administration of the Republic of Namibia. We are meeting for the first time since our memorandum celebration of the 35th independence anniversary and my inauguration as the 5th head of state of the Republic of Namibia. It was on November 27, 2024, when Namibians went to the polls to elect the members of the National Assembly and the President of Namibia. Subsequently, on the 3rd of December 2024, the chairperson of the Electoral Commission of Namibia has declared that SWAPO Party and its presidential candidate have gained the majority votes and declared Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah duly elected President of Namibia.
We do apologize for the shaky video. Moving on, the Namibian police have confirmed the deaths of two unidentified individuals, a male and a female, following a tragic car accident on Monday evening. Two other male passengers also in the same vehicle sustained serious injuries and were transported to Oshwarongo State Hospital for medical treatment. The accident occurred at approximately 6:25 p.m. on the C33 road between Kalkveld and Oshwarongo. Reports indicate that the driver of a silver Volkswagen Polo sedan lost control, causing the vehicle to veer off the road and roll multiple times. Police investigations into the accident are ongoing. More in this report as we get further information. Getting into our next story, the Landless People's Movement LPM leader Bernardus Swartboy and 11 traditional authorities have formally written to the government attorney Jabulani Ngube, demanding that the joint declaration on reparations for the Nama and Ovaherero genocide be invalidated and set aside. The agreement approved by Cabinet on December 12, 2024 remains unsigned due to delays caused by the German elections and the passing of Namibia's founding president, Dr. Sam Nujoma, in February. Critics argue that the declaration avoids the terms reparations and contradicts a Namibian parliamentary resolution on genocide reparations. Meanwhile, the government maintains that consultations with affected communities were completed in December, and the final discussions with Germany are set for April. That concludes our top stories. On the other side of this, we take a look at our entertainment news. Starting off our entertainment news on a good note, 3 Namibian films have been nominated for the prestigious 2025 Africa Magic Viewers' Choice Awards, AMVCA, which will take place this May in Lagos, Nigeria. The nominees are Lucas by Dr. Philip Talevera, Valvis Tale by Tim Hubish, Skeleton Coast by Mongila Studios, Skeleton Coast co-produced with Nigeria's Play Network Studios, leads with an impressive 8 nominations. Congratulations to all the nominees. In our next story, Namibian artist Lioness has made history by becoming the first Namibian musician to reach 1 million YouTube views in just 9 days. Her hit music video, Amapiano, featuring Gaza and Willis G, has broken records and continues to dominate streaming platforms. The song is part of her 3rd studio album, If Not in This Life, released in October 2024. Lioness sets a new YouTube record, and we are so proud of her. On the other side of the break, we take a look at our community talk. In our community talk, motorists and residents are urged to exercise extreme caution as flooding has been reported in Kalkrant. Rising waters are forcing emergency evacuations with homes already affected. This is the worst flooding the area has seen since 2006, which has caused significant damage to property and livelihoods. Authorities warn that smaller vehicles will not be able to pass through the affected roads. If you are in need of emergency assistance, call the helpline at 081 201 0821. I'll repeat the helpline number, 081 201 0821. On the other side of this, we take a look at our story of the day. Getting into our story of the day, residents of Henties Bay are currently experiencing a water supply disruption due to a burned transformer affecting power to all boreholes. Namota has deployed a team to conduct repairs and has implemented temporary water restriction. Supply was shut off from 10 p.m. on March the 24th and will remain restricted until repairs are complete. NEM Water urges residents to use water sparingly and promise updates as the situation develops. That concludes our story of the day. We now take a look at our economic news. Getting into our economic news, Economic Association of Namibia EAN Associate Member Salomo Hay has emphasized the need for the new administration to clarify recent ministerial realignments. This includes the merging of key ministries such as Fisheries and Agriculture, Mines and Trade, and Labor and Justice. Hay made these remarks at an EN pre-budget discussion that happened in the morning. Let's have a look.
It's also a big one. So you have removed the industries, you have removed the SMEs, you have removed what we knew as industrialization from there. It's moving to mines and energy now. Another big one, another realignment, there's a lot of work that will have to be explained in terms of understanding what we are trying to do with this law. Where does this leave NIPDB? Ministry of Justice and Labor Relations, wherein the Ministry of Labor now has become one. Now remember that Ministry of Labor had industrial relations and employment creation as part of that portfolio. Critical portfolios in terms of changing the current economic demographic that we have. It's going under Ministry of Justice. I hope, does it mean that there's going to be laws, reforms in terms of the transformation agenda, or what is the thinking here? Mines and energy was spoken about, where industrialization moves there, information and technology remain. Ministry of Works and Transport, a big one in terms of infrastructure.
Let's take a look at our financial indicators. The Namibian dollar trades against the British pound at 23.59, against the euro at 19.72, against the US dollar at 18.26, $2 million and 51 cents gets you 1 Chinese yuan. On the commodities market, all major commodities went up, with gold at 0.67%, copper at 2.50%, Brent crude oil at 0.21%, going for $73 and 13 cents per barrel. On the other side of the break, we'll be taking a look at our international news, where Burundi's president has claimed that Rwanda is planning an attack on his country. Do stick around for this. Getting into our international news, Burundi's President Evariste Ndayishimiye has claimed that Rwanda is planning an attack on his country, citing what he calls credible intelligence. He further alleged that Rwanda attempted to orchestrate a coup in Burundi a decade ago, likening it to Rwanda's alleged involvement in the ongoing conflict in the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC. Rwanda has swiftly denied these allegations, calling them surprising and emphasizing that both countries have been working together on border security. However, tensions between the two East African nations have been escalating in recent years, with accusations of rebel support fueling diplomatic strains. President Ndayishimiye specifically accused Rwanda of backing the Red Tabara rebel group, which has launched attacks on Burundi in recent months. He compared these to Rwanda's alleged support for the M23 rebels in eastern DRC, a claim that Rwanda has repeatedly denied, despite extensive UN reports pointing to Rwandan involvement in the conflict. They would say it's an internal problem when it's Rwanda who is the problem, Ndayishimiye stated. We know what Rwandan President Paul Kagame has a plan to attack Burundi. He warned that Burundians would not allow themselves to be targeted in the same way that Congolese civilians have suffered in the DRC's prolonged violence. Despite the strong accusations, Ndayishimiye emphasized that Burundi currently has no plans to retaliate militarily and prefers a diplomatic resolution. He urged Rwanda to respect past agreements between the two nations, particularly by extraditing individuals Burundi accuses of orchestrating the 2015 coup attempt. The accusations add to growing regional instability in the Great Lakes region, where conflicts involving various armed groups continue to threaten peace efforts. Rwanda has categorically denied any involvement in supporting rebel groups in either Burundi or DRC, maintaining that rather it is committed to regional stability. That concludes our international news. We now take a look at the weather predictions for tomorrow. The capital city can expect a minimum of 17 and a maximum of 28 degrees Celsius with showers. Katima Mulilo can expect a minimum of 17 and a maximum of 32 degrees Celsius with partly cloudy conditions. Oshakati can expect a minimum of 22 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 32 degrees Celsius. Henties Bay can expect a minimum of 17 and a maximum of 20 degrees Celsius. Rehoboth can expect some showers with a minimum of 19 and a maximum of 29 degrees Celsius. Lutherets can enjoy sunny weather with a minimum of 17 and a maximum of 28 degrees Celsius. Adams Lake can expect a minimum of 20 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 30 degrees Celsius with rain, while Oranjemund can enjoy some sunny weather. We now take a look at the latest in the world of sports. And when it comes to the world of sports, I only trust one team, and that is the Sports Rep team, to keep me informed. Let's have a look.
Good day, everyone. Time for international sports news, and starting off with soccer news first. The World Cup soccer qualifying that's continuing all over the globe, and it's England that won their second game in about 4 days. They beat Latvia at home by 3-0. Comfortable win for them. Good start for Thomas Tuchel. He's the new coach. He's from Germany. He coached quite a bit in the English Premier League as well, and it is now England that will play next against Andorra. That will be the 7th of June, and also on the 6th of September. 2 games against Andorra. Andorra also not doing too well. They lost against Albania, and that was at Albania by 3-0. In Group G, it is Poland that beat Malta by 2-0, and Lithuania and Finland played to a 2-2 draw. Then in Group H, it was Bosnia beating Cyprus by 2-1, and then a comfortable win for Romania, winning 5-1. That was at San Marino, so a good win for Romania. Staying with football, staying with soccer, English Premier League news, and not good news for Liverpool. One of their star players, Trent Alexander-Arnold, seems to be heading off to Real Madrid, and there's been negotiations, and it looks like he's going to sign a 5-year contract. That is Trent Alexander-Arnold, just 26-year-old. He's playing for England as well, and he might be joining Real Madrid. That must just be confirmed still. And also Manchester United in the news. They don't have a good season as well, and it's been well documented that they let off staff, and they have financial cash flow problems, and Manchester United plan to release as many as 10 of their current 10 professional players, including players like Marcus Rashford. He's playing for England. He's on loan now to another club, to Aston Villa, and he's probably one of the 10, and then also Casemiro. He's a Brazilian midfielder, and he's already 33 years old. So those two might be part of the 10 that's going to be released by Manchester United. Also, Formula One racing news. 2 races done. A good start for McLaren. They won both the races in Australia and in China. Lando Norris winning the first one, Oscar Piastri the second one. But news from the Red Bull team is that there's pressure on the new race driver there in the team now with Max Verstappen. That is Liam Lawson. Liam Lawson, not a good season so far. He's battling with qualifying, also not finishing. He finished 18th in Australia, didn't finish in China. So lots of pressure on him, to the extent that he might even be dropped from the team, or racing spot in the team with Max Verstappen for the Japanese Grand Prix. That's going to be not this coming weekend, but the next one. It is for Red Bull possible to take other drivers that they have. They've got the Racing Bull team that is Isaac Hadjar and also Yuki Tsunoda, and one of them might even fit into Liam Lawson's seat, or they might swap them around. So that's all developing news. Closing off today's international sports news is tennis news. It is from the Miami Open. In the men's division, Taylor Fritz beat Denis Shapovalov in the round of 32. And then also number 1 seed, Alexander Zverev, is safely through, beating Jordan Thompson of Australia, also in 2 sets. And then on the women's side of the draw, a good result for Emma Raducanu. She beat Anna Anisimova. Anna Anisimova in the previous round beat Mira Andreeva. So it was a good result for Emma Raducanu. Comfortable win there. And then number 2 seed Iga Swiatek safely through, beating Elina Svitolina 7-6 and 6-3. That's international sports news for today. Hope you have a great sport day, and we talk international sport again tomorrow. Goodbye.
And with that, we've come to the end of the broadcast. Thank you for tuning in on this beautiful Tuesday evening and catching up on the latest news in Namibia and beyond on Sunset News. Don't forget that Sunset News screens every Monday to Thursday on our DSTV channel 285, our GoTV channel 25, and on our website oneup2.com at 7:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. I am Glenora Shipora, and this has been Sunset News.